This is my vlog of a storm chaser day 2. So a little backstory. Last night I recorded vlog day 1 and I was on a pretty high note, a lot of success in a short amount of time. And yeah, then going to bed, I watched a new movie, no, new TV show on HBO called Tokyo Vice. I highly recommend it, especially if you're into Japanese culture. I found out the whole thing was filmed in Japan, so that was interesting. And yeah, went to bed, had a great night's sleep in my king bed in this Airbnb, and woke up feeling pretty dang fresh. And had a couple cups of coffee. I'm not sure how I feel about the coffee and all the caffeine intake because during my 90-day sobriety that I've been on, which is at day 72, I've really cut back on caffeine occasionally. And I had some headaches today and think that the coffees that I had this morning were a part of it. But neither here nor there. Just a little side note. And I was excited to start the day off with a morning meditation and breath work and a positive thought. So I did that on my Facebook Live. I'll continue to do that every Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm bouncing around a few ideas of what I'm calling it. I think I'm going to go with Sunday School. So stay tuned for that. It's a really fun experience. I think it's the kind of like church that I enjoy on Sundays, which is just connecting with the true parts of ourselves and coming to know ourselves better. So I feel like it's doing that for me, and I want to share that with my friends. And so then we got to work today on a Sunday. We got out there around 9:45 a.m. We didn't want to go out too early in College Station and get a bad rap, so that seemed like a good time to get after it. And when we got out there today, we went back to the same area as last night where we found really good hail damage at sunset. And these roofs were brand new looking. So in roofing, you kind of want to avoid brand new roofs because people aren't inclined to replace it. And it's harder for hail to damage a brand new roof. But this area had some really good, like baseball sized damage on the one we were on last night. And the first house that we were on, yeah, we found damage. It was a renter, so that was kind of a downer to find that out, but we still went through the process of creating a report and getting that to him, and he said he'd get that to the owner of the house. So fingers crossed on that. And then, the rest of the day, I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. The people that we spoke to, they would a lot of them let us up on their roof, but we weren't finding hail damage in the area we were at. And I will never give someone advice for something that I wouldn't personally do. And pride myself, like I have to be honest with people. And so when they don't have enough damage, I don't want them to go through the process of filing a claim and maybe getting insurance money and maybe not for a roof that doesn't really have damage. So I'm just wanting to do best by the people that I'm helping out. And I think we went till about noon, 12:30 in this area, and just worked all the way through the morning and only had that one really good lead who was the renter. And at that point, I'm really hungry. So we came back to the Airbnb, and after eating, I just couldn't get this headache to go away. So even after laying down, I had like too many ideas going through my head. One of them was how I want to call the Sunday morning chill session, meditation, Sunday school. My brain is just always going. And then I got up from my nap. That wasn't really a nap, and kind of closed my eyes. And I had actually nice little meditation right after my nap. And then I sent off some email reports. And then it was time to get back out. I think we took, about a 2.5 hour lunch. So it was longer than usual, but it was a Sunday and we both had said that I needed the time off. And we had to go back to one of the lead from yesterday where I put a sign in the yard, which is great because then other people around see that we're working with someone in the area. And I just solidified that lead. I needed their contact info, and so I'm going to send them the email I need to send, and that one is looking pretty good. And then the rest of the day, we continued to work down in the area that is newer roofs that some of them have damage, and we just couldn't find much down there. So it was a bit discouraging to spend those 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon and not have too much to show for it. Um, but it just teaches you that it's not all going to go your way, and everybody else is going through this out here. And if you're going to be one of the people who does is in the top 20%, 20% of the people getting 80% of the work, the Pareto principle, you see that everywhere. I think you definitely see it in sales. Then what are the 20% doing that the others aren't doing? They're staying resilient, they're staying positive, they're putting in the work, they're getting enough done no matter what they're feeling, and yeah, just continue on through it. And being a Sunday, we decided to call it at 5 o'clock and come back and honestly just got some sunlight and chilled by the pool. And I enjoyed a nice walk and catch sesh, which always puts me in a good mood. Something that I do to get back into a good state is do the things that I like doing as a kid. And everybody should have their go-to things to lift their spirits back up. And for me, it's baseball. So I'm really stoked that I bought this mitt, a couple weeks ago, and just it's paid for itself over by raising my vibration when I need that. And music does that for me too. And I love that I'm pulling on this thread of DJing and producing and events, because you think back to what you liked doing as a kid, and that's where you'll find your purpose and where your soul exists and where you feel an obsession. And I think back to when I was burning CDs at like 11 years old, Yellow Card, Blink 182, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Jack Johnson, Coldplay, just to name a few. And really, yeah, I could go on for hours about the punk bands that I love. The days when I wore a studded belt and skate shoes and Volcom tees and spiky hair. Yeah, but I loved it. I had a Walkman when I was 9 years old, and something fascinated me about that. And when I was purchasing all this DJ equipment like 5 months ago, when I got it, I wouldn't say bad with technology. I just lack a little bit of confidence. And I'm so great. One of the things I'm most grateful for is picking up a skill and following my soul into this hobby. It's changed my the paradigm and the self-identity that I had about me and learning new skills. So hopefully you can find that thing that lights you up enough that the resistance that you feel to it and the doubt you have in yourself just doesn't fucking matter. And that's what DJing did for me, is like, I don't care what kind of resistance or challenges I face when I have to figure out the chords and the technology, because it's just so cool. And also, when you're doing something that lights your soul up and you start creating something from your soul, you couldn't give a rat's ass what anybody else thinks, because you're proud of your own work and what you create. And that's taught me a lot about life too, that when we're in this kind of like creative act, we're doing it for ourselves. And that translates into everything. Translates in like how you take care of your fitness. It's just for yourself. You're creating your body, you're creating your health. You're creating your art, and it's beautiful and you're proud of it. And who cares if anybody likes it or not? You just enjoyed the creation of it and you like it. And then that even can be how you move through the world and how you show up in your communication and how you show up in your relationships, and like take it or leave it. This is who I am. And so it's a great way to know thyself is in these threads of childhood interest and creating art. And so that's just a long tangent brought to you by this baseball mitt. And I am experiencing this in my own life, that when I remember the things that drove me as a kid, and then I revolve my life around them now, it just gives me more and more life energy and more soul to everything. And I think that is like really what the world is missing, is like a lack of soul. And I
I know I'm not the only one going through this like boredom or like unenjoyment, this lack of fire to get up and to do things. It's like we coming at us from all angles to be less of who we are and to not do the things that were fun, but like to focus, like telling you to just do the bills and to act this way. No, like this could be over tomorrow. I don't care about that stuff. I care about what I like. I care about taking care of me. And I hope everybody can feel like the same kind of like fire that will build in you. And then when you keep pulling on these threads of purpose and passion, you're gonna get there. And in this beautiful world we live in, that AI may take our jobs. Well, guess what? Take those stupid ass jobs and let me play catch and let me like do fun stuff, do hood rat shit with my friends. Okay, that's possible now. AI can take our jobs, and ideas and creativity is the new oil. There's value in it. And technology gives you now the chance to build a business on anything. I was intimidated by chords and DJ equipment, and then I got on the internet and I built a website in 2 days. I built my logo on Canva. I built my electronic press kit in an hour and a half. This stuff, like 10 years ago when I was in college, was so hard. I don't know where I've been in the last 10 years, and I cannot believe how easy it's got for this guy born in 1988, this guy who got a smartphone when he was 24, this guy who got Instagram as a senior in college can now do all that shit like that. And it's just gonna get quicker. So, like, figure out what you love and do more of what you love. And guess what? You are gonna be set for life, okay? I think that's really it. I'm really glad I got to share this video because it was a tough day. And, you know, we still put in the work. We got it done. I got back here. I said I'm gonna record a vlog every day. So this is day 2, and I'm doing it now. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. My soul was in that. I hope you felt that, and I hope you can find like where your soul wants to go too, and where your soul goes, obsession will follow, and where obsession follows, you're gonna be great. So that's all I have for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Peace.